when bills come before us, many times they're not perfect, and that's why we have the committee process, that's why we have the amendment process. And this bill came before us, and I had some concerns about what we were asking mothers to do. But then I had another concern. Over half of our births now in the state of Indiana and right here in Columbia County are single moms. Over half. And I believe that when you get pregnant, it's a blessing. And I believe I'm pro-life as well. And it just hurts my soul to think that you should be able to choose if you're pregnant with a boy and you want a girl, that you can afford that baby, or vice versa. Also in that bill, and no one's talked about this, in that bill we prohibit abortion clinics from selling baby parts after the abortion. No one's discussed that at all. That was a real strong factor in me voting for this bill, because I think that's wrong, and I don't believe we should allow it. Is the bill perfect? Will it be tested in court? Yes, it will be. And I believe that it will probably go all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. And for the first time, the U.S. Supreme Court will be challenged with deciding whether or not abortion is legal if you don't like the gender of the child. Thank you.
Deciding about abortion is a very personal and a very, very difficult decision. It's not one I would want to make for anybody else, and it's not one that I think big government should make for anybody else. In regards to the most recent law, it's another time that the governor and the state legislature put us in the national news, and not in a good way. Here's a part to this law that I was aware of, and this is quoted from the law. The final disposition of the miscarried fetus must be cremated or interred. If someone has a miscarriage, then that lost baby has to be cremated or interred. And all that does is add anguish and cost to someone who has a miscarriage. If you look at that with common sense would tell me that the only people helped by that part of the law would be the funeral industry. Certainly not the family that just lost a child to miscarriage. On top of all that, we know it's going to the courts. So we passed a law that we know is going to cost us more money because it's going to the courts to defend it. Maybe all the way to the Supreme Court. And that's more taxpayer money to defend a law that we shouldn't have had